Hi, I'm Niall from Gulfstream Boat Sales, and this is a Bast boat Cortina 480. It's a 4.8 metre pilot house fishing boat powered by a Honda 50 horsepower four-stroke outboard. The whole package was new in 2021. It has less than 10 hours on the clock, boat and engine, and it presents just like a new boat. I'm going to take you a quick walk around the boat now to show you the condition that it's in, show you the features inside it, and hopefully help you to figure out whether this might be the right boat for you. So I will admit that I had to do a wee bit of research on Bast boat because this is a new one to me, but they're a Polish company, started in 2010, and they have been building these boats for the last 15 years. They are based in Poland, where a lot of the major boat manufacturers, the high volume manufacturers, are based nowadays. Things like Quicksilver and Arvor and Galleon, and there's lots of boat building expertise over in Poland, and they do turn out some really nice hulls. This one seems to be the same model, same hull as a Spectrum 480. Now, from what I can gather, Spectrum are maybe like a UK agent for Bast boats, and they badge it with their own name. I'm not 100% sure, but that's kind of what it looks like to me. So good little boat, good pedigree, decent hull, self-bailing deck inside, deep V with a little small keel on the bottom. This one, as you can tell, has never been anti-foiled. Still the original gel coat finish. Has a decent chunky rub rail, nice little bow rails up in the bow. This one has an electric anchor windlass on there and a stainless steel anchor roller. The anchor is missing. Well, it's not missing. There was a funny kind of an anchor on it, which I advised the owner to keep because it's no use for the boat. So we need to get you a proper anchor for it that suits the roller. But the winch works, the anchor roller, stainless steel, nice quality item. No, one tiny little bruise on the gel coat there, but otherwise the hull on the port side is immaculate. Sold complete with this little trailer as well, galvanized trailer, bunks, and a couple of keel rollers. Also brand new at 2021 and virtually unused. You've got your Bast boat logo, navigation light, Cortina 480 badge, coming all the way back to the stern corner on this port side. It is immaculate. You got a stainless steel cleat here, stainless steel handrails, nice little wheelhouse on it with a bench helm seat there. We've got soft teak effect decks throughout. We'll take a look at that when we get inside. Powered by the Honda 50 horsepower four-stroke engine. Hydraulic steering on this one as well, which is a really nice upgrade. So you got finger light steering, it's great. There's your hull number, PL, built in Poland. Built in 2021 model year. Now, the owner did tell me, I need to check through the paperwork, he did say that he thinks that this boat wasn't sold maybe until 2023 or something, which could have been the case. But yeah, the chart plotter's telling us there's like 8.5 hours or something of use. And yeah, it's virtually like new. You get your little anchor locker scupper here. Hull on the starboard side is also mint. As you can see, original gel coat finish. You get that little keel there, so if you are sitting drifting, fishing or something, that's going to give you a wee bit of grip in the water. These are rated to carry 5 passengers plus gear, and they're an ideal little boat for this part of the world. This one is priced really competitively. I think brand new, this package, I noticed on the Spectrum website anyway, it's around about 25 grand or something with the trailer and the engine and the hydraulic steering and things. So this one, at our current asking price of, I think it's 14 or something, definitely represents a really good saving and a great bit of value for money. Let's jump on board and show you around the interior. Just before we do that, sorry, Honda 50 horsepower. I'll pop the hood to show you just how new this thing looks. Immaculate, like out of the showroom. You got that little red indicator, the wee water and fuel indicator. If this wee red band is floating, it means you've got water in the fuel. The fact it's on the bottom means there's no water there, which is great. But yeah, this thing has literally done almost nothing. Hasn't even had its first service yet. Prop is in perfect condition. It's a Honda, original Honda prop, 3-blade, aluminium, 11.1 by 13 inch pitch, so a 13 pitch prop. You could potentially even go a bit smaller than that. You could put maybe a 12 or an 11 on it to get it up on plane quicker. You've got transducer for your Lowrance HDS, or what is it, a Hook 5? I think it's a Lowrance Hook 5 chart plotter fish finder. And you've got nice little cable grommets. You've got your bungs tied up there, your fuel primer bulb. It has this pocket for cable steering. Most of these boats would have had cable steering, but because this one's hydraulic, that thing doesn't move, so you don't need that. You've got trim on the battery isolator switch turned off there at the minute, but you could trim on the engine as well as at the helm. So yeah, Honda 50 horsepower four-stroke, it's going to burn next to no fuel. You've got deck scuppers inside, draining out there. I think the two of them actually run to those two drains there, just below the waterline, or at the waterline. Okay, so stepping on board, it looks really smart with the teak effect decking. So nice soft teak effect decking, looks the part. You've got a little removable bench seat there on the starboard side. You've got a little seat box with storage underneath here on the port side. You've got your helm seat, one step down into the wheelhouse area, gives you more headroom, and then a little forward cuddy cabin with walk around side deck access up both the port and starboard sides. So nice, simple, straightforward, easy to clean. You'll fit 4 or 5 people on board in comfort. You know, ideal little family day tripper if you're using it around the coast or in the inland waterways. So we step on board. This soft teak effect decking is lovely. Stainless steel hinges here. This locker lifts up. That's where your fuel tank lives. So removable 25-litre fuel tank with built-in fuel gauge. Means you can keep your fuel tank at home when it's not in use, keeps the fuel condition better. You can keep an eye on making sure there's no water or crap getting into the tank. This little bench seat is removable, so if you're fishing, you can take it out of the way. Gives you access right up to the gunnel. And if you're just out day tripping and you want the seat space, you can pop it in there. This is the guy that sold the thing originally. Some guy in the south of Ireland was importing them. Don't know if he's still going or not. And then here, we have access into the bilge. You've got an automatic bilge pump down in there with an auto float switch on it. Let's just turn the float to test it. It is working, but I've noticed that it's not wired directly to the battery. You have to have the battery isolator on for that to work. So it would be better if that was wired direct to the battery, bypassing the isolator switch, just for added safety if you're leaving the boat on the water. If you are leaving the boat in the water, this whole area out here, self-bails. So you've got a little scupper here in the corner and another scupper there. And they run to those two outlets on the transom that we saw. Obviously your splash well bails as well. The one thing you do have to bear in mind is this little area here will fill up to this level. So effectively the boat will still self-bail, but if you have it now, it probably need to be out for months because you need the rain to be blowing in this way. But yeah, this little area here is kind of like, doesn't drain as such. But the fix for that would be a cover, like a vertical curtain. It'd be pretty simple to get made. A wee vertical curtain, just to close that up, stops any weather getting in there, and then this whole aft deck area self-bails, so it's a good job. Underneath this little bench seat, you have your battery isolator switch and your battery box. So your battery lives there. Your isolator switch is easy to get to for turning the power off whenever you're leaving the boat. This is my eye line, so I'm just standing looking over the top of the roof line. Let's walk up onto the side deck. So you've got these handrails here. You've got these handrails up on the roof. You've got actually a decent little side deck here for walking forward. You can get up to your anchor locker in there, a couple of dock lines. Controls for your anchor windlass as well with an auto deploy button. Track windlass. I think it's all rope, but that's all you'll need. Don't know that anchor for this boat. And then you get your walk around side decks there as well. Deck hatch giving you access into the forward cabin. Windscreen, roof, gel coat, nav lights, everything is in pretty much perfect condition. Then stepping down into the wheelhouse, one step down, I'm 5'10", and I just about have stand headroom. My head is against the roof, but you get about 5'10" of clearance here when you're standing in the wheelhouse. If we're going to sit down then, obviously stacks more. You've got a little elevated footrest there. You've got the hydraulic steering on this one, which is super smooth. Navamar steering, Navamar hydraulic steering. So finger light steering. And the benefit of that as well, if you set the steering and let go of the wheel, it's not going to like rotate itself. Honda throttle and shift assembly, key on, get your engine check lights come on and then go out. You've got your, that's troll control actually, so if you're trolling along, you can use that to increase and decrease engine speed. I wonder, does it have that feature? We need to test that out if we put this boat on the water. You get your trim and the switch, kill cord. You get your engine instruments here as well. So you see you get your trim gauge is working there. You've got your fuel gauge. I don't think that's doing anything because it looks like just a manual fuel gauge on the tank. You get your battery voltage, it's working, and then your RPM gauge and your speedo. Now this has a little built-in digital hour clock, but it's not registering. Where we actually got the hours from was the Lowrance unit. So not too sure why that's not reading, or maybe it's a setting or something. But anyway, that's showing 0, but in here this Lowrance hook 5, or sorry, it's a hook reveal 7, so 7-inch plotter, that showed us our engine hours. So yeah, nice little wheelhouse. That's sitting front and center, your GPS and fish finder screen. You get good visibility all the way around, and obviously out the back as well. While that's firing up, I'll show you the cabin. So this lifts up, stays up in that stay. This little door folds out of the way, and then more teak effect decking in here, and nicely upholstered seat cushions, and there's actually a decent bit of headroom in here. So you can climb in. Yeah, I've got full sitting headroom here. There's room for a couple of adults to get in here, or for the kids to get in out of the elements, and it's an ideal storage spot for fire and gear. This is like a buoyancy tank up at the bow, no storage underneath there. This is a storage bin underneath here, little line storage lock. Seat cushions are in perfect condition. That's your cable going up to your anchor windlass. And with more storage over here. It's all like absolutely brand new condition. There's your little opening deck heights there as well. We've got access to the back of the dash in here, your steering helm unit and stuff. We've access into more service access in there, and then there's your builder's plate. Bast boat, CE category C rated for 4 adults. Sorry, I was saying 5. It's 4 adults plus gear. Maximum horsepower 60. This one's fitted with a 50. Maximum load capacity of 450 kilograms. Around here we have switches for cabin lights, LED lights. Just the one there, I think. Oh, there's more. Where's that? Oh, there. Cool. So there you go. Nice little cabin lights. So you can have the 1 or the 3 underneath. We have bilge pump switch. So you can hear that's got a manual function as well as the auto. Then we have our anchor lights and our nav lights, which are on at the minute. Little Lalizas switch panel with pop-out fuses here. All simple and straightforward. We stainless steel tread plate there on the way out of the cabin. And now our Lowrance is fired up, so let's go accept. It's not as a touchscreen, don't think so. So there you go. Does it have charge to the UK and Ireland? Let's have a look. No, background map only. So you could get a chart card for that. Wonder, does it have any area in here? Doesn't really look like it, just background charts. Pages, you can go into your sonar, side scan, as well as traditional sonar. And you've got your split screen functionality for plotter and sounder there as well. I do not know, it wasn't actually me that got the engine hours up on here, so I don't really know how that works, but we can show you if we go to, if you come to view the boat. Our plan with this little boat is to get it on the water if we can for a sea trial. So if it's still here, you know, unless somebody snaps it up really quickly, we don't get a chance to, but we will definitely try and get a sea trial done of the boat, and on that we'll show you where we get engine hours and things like that. But yeah, expect the boat to get up on plane pretty quickly with the 50 horsepower engine, and as I said, it's only rated to carry 4 passengers, so there'll never be a big heavy load on it. But yeah, it's a beautiful little boat. A little phone holder here and some other type of holder here, but you can tell looking around it that it really has never been used. It just looks like a brand new boat. As I said, real big saving over the price of a new one. Lovely spec with the 50 horsepower Honda, the hydraulic steering, the teak decks, the trailer, and the Lowrance big screen plotter too. So it's ready to go to the water. If you're looking for a nice, handy, simple, safe, sort of family fun boat that you can go out with yourself and 2 or 3 other people for spot fishing, a wee bit of day tripping, and you want something that's not going to cost the earth to either buy or maintain, then this Bast Cortina 480 is well worth a look. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. Please stay tuned to the YouTube channel for upcoming details of the sea trial video. And if you want to arrange to come and see it, please don't hesitate to get in touch. The best way to do that is by calling the number at the top of our website, gulfstreetboatsales.com, or you can fill out the callback request form on the Bast 480 page of our site, and we'll contact you at a time that's convenient. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. Hope you found it useful.